god, this is so much fun. I say that now, we just started. Very first day of orbital sanding for real. He's got everything set up with a gas-filled generator. It is sucking through the gas like crazy. And we ended up having a lot of water condensation, so we had to go get something to hold that. I'll let him explain all that to you. But now that I've started sanding, here's all of our coats of paint. The original yellow, the blue, the red, all on and on and on. You can literally see it with your thumb. It is so thick, it's so nasty. I think the last coat of paint was actually just like a house paint. It's very clumpy and thick. Places like this, they just didn't even smooth the edges. We're fixing to fix all that. The original stripe, I thought this whole time that it was a piece of tape. It is not. That is the original aluminum, now that I've polished it out. So, here we go.
We're not really sure which color was first.
The egg.
But it's obviously been red twice, yellow twice.
The chicken.
White once, and blue once.
The red. The chicken.
Sanding pads are not cheap. Hot chicks are good at sanding. Hey Bill, how much more do you like? How much more?
Done with the first day of sanding. I did not finish one side. We had to go get the 80 grit paper. But even after that, I think I've been working for about 2.5 hours, and this is still as far as I've gotten. All the edges, I'm just really working on smoothing them into the others. The grooves are being kind of a pain in the keister, but you just have to work on them a little bit without going through the middle. Once you hit middle, you just kind of have to stop. So this is what it's looking like thus far. We're just going to take the door off, sand around the edges of it. Are you going to be funnier today?
My wife buys these little Barbie Cokes.
So that we don't drink as much?
So she just, one's enough, right? Here's what I think of Barbie Coke.
That was going to be one hell of a belch. What do you think about Barbie Coke, babe? It's fixing to go out your nose. See? Told you.
Barbie Cokes suck.
Yes, but if you only drink one Barbie Coke, then it is 12 ounces rather than 24. Therefore, you only get half of the calories. And you don't feel like you have to drink the whole thing. It's better.
Anytime you're doing body work and you want it
being funny?
smooth, not yet.
Okay.
I need.
You'll get there.
Yeah. Anyway, you spray it with primer, and while it's wet, you can see the imperfections, the dimples, and right now I can still see the Bondo. So I'm going to go over it with 180 grit now. I went over it with 80, but you can still see all the scratches. 80's horrible. It's kind of like kitty litter on paper.
See, that was funny.
180, you're nearly finished. 280 you can paint over. But I'm going to do this whole side of the trailer in primer, find all the problems, smooth them out, then hit it again with 280 and
what were you saying about not cured? What does that mean to me? That not
No. The Bondo, if you sprayed it with paint right over this, it would show flat. It would have
so not cured means not dried?
No, it's just not sealed yet. So it needs sanded again, primed again, and then it'll probably seal on that one.
Sealed. Okay. It's just a weird word to me.
And it, just like on wood, if you just paint it with paint, it soaks it up, and it doesn't leave a smooth surface.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Same thing,
Well, just talk paint to me, we understand.
right?
It's already looking 10 million % better. The lady who had it before us had drilled this big metal piece to the side with lots of holes, so he's having to fill those.
Which everything's probably as smooth as I can get in here. I had one hole fall through, so I'm going to knock that in, rebondo this, small hole here. But all the cracks got filled with primer. It's as smooth as paper. That was a tad excessive.
That's
That
already
may-
been bondoed.
That may need fiberglass now. But if I could knock it in enough to get like a funnel or a cone shape, I'll bondo it. It'll hold in. We'll see. That's a pretty big hole for bondo. I hate bondo.
Not getting sponsored by Bondo, but we will be getting sponsored by this fabulous delete tool. The Walt. Better say it right.
The multi-magic tool.
The multi-magic tool, how fabulous is that thing, huh? Never seen anything so fabulous.
Better than the microwave,
I know. I agree, totally.
but not better than Jim McClanahan's microwave.
No kidding. You don't want to know that story.
I love buying new tools, but we just blew a head gasket on one of our compressors, so that's going to set us back a little more.
How much that going to cost?
Compressor this size, about 500.
Oh, okay, I was expecting thousands.
No, that's what I'm replacing it with.
So it is going to cost us 5,000.
Snap-on.
Yeah.
I love Snap-on.
Uh-huh. I bet you do.
But I've used this compressor for
15
15 years. So
Oh.
once again, the Waltz, I'll stand by them.
Hey, big guy, what you doing?
Hanging out with my redhead.
She is awfully nice.
She's a little bit gorgeous. In
Yeah.
fact, I'm going to start sleeping in here.